happy new moon with solar eclipse. We have an extra eclipse this year too. Usually we have 2. This year we have 3. Aren't we lucky? Are we not the lucky ones this year? So there's going to be a lot of crazy energy. This time of year always has a ton of crazy energy, no matter what's going on in the collective. And what's going on in the collective is going to make it even more cray-cray. So keep balanced, keep grounded, keep your hydration levels up. If you need to pull back, pull back. It's okay. Self-care is a good thing. If self-care is going to help you show up how you need to show up in your life, then you need to do some self-care. So pay attention to how you're feeling, how you're reacting, how things are showing up in your life. Can you respond as opposed to react? That kind of stuff. Really just pay attention to it for a little while, especially the next 2 months over July and August. So we're going to have, within this period of time, we have 2 lunar eclipses, 2 solar eclipses, 1 lunar, Mercury in retrograde, and the Lion's Gate. It's a lot. Which also, there's a Lion's Gate portal package that you can purchase. It's already, it's on sale now. I'm filming this slightly ahead of time. I have to stop and think and brain pound. But it is $8.88. You get like 7 light transmissions, a general collective energy reading, much like the moon readings, and thought prompts. Of course, if you've ever ordered a reading from me, you know I love my thought prompts. But that's $8.88, and that's just the price that spoke to me. So that's the price I'm going with this year. So let's get into this reading. You can always order a moon reading or any other reading. Check out the site. There's always the monthly energy buzz too, which is a subscription service for reading. You get like a monthly reading similar to this, but with more categories. It's a fun one, with PDF and a light language transmission. 4 Elements class is coming up. I'm still in upload mode on that. I'm very excited about that one. That'll be end of August. I have the Chicoli Oracle and the Star Child Tarot. I really like how these 2 work together, and they look very beautifully aesthetically. So let's pull a card. We didn't get Fish Girl. Oh my God, we didn't get Fish Girl. I was going to laugh if we got Fish Girl. She's right here. She's adorable, but she shows up so much. But no Fish Girl this time. So we got a different girl. No Fish Girl. I think last one I did, or was that monthly energy buzz? I don't remember. So. Get you in there. So, okay. We got ourselves this chick instead. And so she's kind of beating up and terrorizing and eating this ice cream cone. It's trying to get its eyeball back. So how this feels to me is, are you the ice cream cone or the girl eating the eyeball? Which one are you? Are you being the victim, or are you being the aggressor? Are you woe is me, or I'm going to just kick your bum? And I feel like both of these come back to compassion. Because playing the victim as an active role is just kind of almost aggressive at times as this chick, beating up the ice cream cone. So what role are you choosing to play, and why? Why are you indulging in this behavior? Can you bring in compassion instead of aggression or victimhood? How can you bring empowerment into your life, and everyone else's life? And that's kind of what this feels like. It's like, how can you be empowered? Because a lot of times people who are bullying people and being mean to people feel disempowered. So they have to find ways to create power, to take back their power. And they do that by being mean or aggressive. Others do it by trying to be, I got so hurt. Please tell me how, whatever. How sad that is. How horrible. Can you just feed my victimhood? And both of them, do you really want that? Really, how much not fun is that? Ugh. It's not a good energy to be stuck in. And you need to clear that energy up. You need to just let it go. Let it go. Not worth it. Totally not worth it. And you need to bring that in. Figure out what is worth having. How can you bring in empowerment? How can you not be a victim? How can you not be the aggressor? How can you bring in compassion and being nice to people? Compassionate people, not even nice, compassionate. There's a difference, it's like compassion in Latin means with suffering. So you can feel their suffering. You're not just telephoning it in, being like, yeah, I get what you mean, whatever. And you don't really. With suffering, you understand the suffering you suffer with. You understand, you get it. And, too, you look at it. And there's this third figure too, standing in the distance too. He's not doing anything. Or maybe he's on his way to do something. You can always create stories. What's the story you want in this picture? Who do you want to be? Maybe that little other thing's coming to save both of them and help them be both compassionate instead of falling into victimhood. Or maybe they're just standing by idly and is in the third category of I can't do anything. I have no power. And all three of those give away the power. They're not empowering places to be. It's not empowering to be the aggressor. May feel like it at times when you're aggressing on down. It's not empowering to be the victim, even though you may get the consolation you crave. And it's not empowering to feel disenfranchised. So how can you create your own empowerment? Really, because that's what it comes down to, because no one else is going to create it for you. You have to find that within yourself. Pull those threads out and weave them into your soul. Really, you can just, pull that out. When you start feeling that, it's like, say, hey, how can I be compassionate? How can I be empowered in my compassion? And pull those threads out and bring them into your life. As opposed to playing, those roles of aggressor, victim, disenfranchised. And remember, it's one thing to feel those things. You can feel them. It's another thing to act upon them. Acting upon them is a whole different thing compared to, I feel disenfranchised today. Something really shitty happened in my government or whatever in your life. And I feel disempowered by it. It's okay. I'm going to go sit in myself in love and figure out how to work this disenfranchisement into empowerment, as opposed to bemoaning the fact of that feeling. Feelings are fine. Feelings happen. We're human. We're here to feel. But if you just take that feeling and then put it into action, sometimes that's not so good, because feelings and emotions are not always very rational creatures. Okay, so we got the Eight of Cups. And I feel like this goes with that card of, what role are we playing? Aggressor, victim, disenfranchised. I really feel like this is that thought. What is the role we're playing in? What is the journey that we want to take to empowerment? How do we want to get from where we are to where we could be? What is our potential? Remember, we're heading into eclipse season. We're heading into the Lion's Gate. There is a lot of energy and change potential out there for 2 whole months. And Mercury retrograde's in there too. Woo! So, what's your journey? Where do you want to take your journey, and how do you want it to be? Do you want to stay in your role as aggressor or the victim or the disenfranchised? How can you find your way to move on? Move into something else. Maybe it's a lateral move. Maybe you've been the aggressor so long you got to understand the victim. Or the disenfranchised. Maybe you're kind of just doing this thing right here and nothing's really going up, down, forward. And remember, if you feel like you're going backwards, you never go backwards. Because you're not the same person you were last time you were in that similar spot. May feel similar, it may look similar, but you're never fully back to where you once were. Remember that. So 8 of Cups, going on that journey of figuring out where you want to be. Which leads us to the Lovers. And for a while, the Lovers was coming in. We have the Lovers. It feels like the Lovers have been coming up quite a bit lately in collective readings. And collective energy readings, like this one. And for a while, they were all about union. How can we bring things together? And right now, we're back to choices with them. So what's your choices? And I feel, once again, we're very connected here. What's your role? Where do you want your journey to take you? Because you got these choices, and you need to make them. There is no more, I just won't make those. I just put them off for all eternity. Until, whatever, next life, 3 lives from now, whatever. Not happening. You're getting called on what the choices you need to make right now, right in this minute. And going into eclipse season and the Lionsgate, those choices are potentials of you, of what you want. How can you start bringing that energy in? We've been setting this up for a month and a half-ish, really. The readings have been kind of like, let's get set up, get ready for this, get ready for this. And now we're here. We've done our pre-work. We've prepped for this. We've studied for our test. And now we need to step into those energies that we need to step into for ourselves. And by doing so, it means you're going to be able to show up in your life in the way you want to, in different ways you never thought of. It's choices and sometimes just desire. Some of the smallest things change your life. I said to myself, I think it was last year, I want to listen to more music. Because I'd kind of fallen away to listening to music when I did art and stuff like that. Just randomly listening to music. And so I did. I started listening to more music. I also started doing light language. That also opened up that door even more to light language and other sound working. So, thoughts and intentions, I want to listen to more music. I'm going to listen to more music. That's my intention. Made a big difference in my life and brought in things that I didn't foresee being brought in. So pay attention to how those things show up. Because we're being called. Where's our role? What's our role? What role are we playing? And we're being called to really look at that. So you can go on that journey and figure out where you want to be. Because the choices need to be made. We can't put them off. And some of these choices are big ones. Some are small. Some are, they're not just all huge things. Some of them are very, very small and be very personal. Some of them may simply be choices to disengage with patterns that have been carried over for lifetimes. So keep it open, keep it fluid. There's always those traps of like, I'm doing this and I can only do this. What if it only starts that way and then it segues into something else? What if that is your path to a different potential that you're not paying any attention to at the moment? Yeah, and there it is. Okay, I'm going to grab the affirmation cards real quick. Okay, let's pull an affirmation card. Do a little light language here in a sec. Okay, so I am brave. I think that's a really, really good one that fits with this. You're brave. Have the courage to move into what you need to move into. Have the courage to realize what role you're playing and what's going on in your life. Have the bravery to analyze that with the 8 of Cups and go on that journey. Have the bravery to make the choices you need to make to create the potentials in your life that you want. That's a really powerful place to be, people, right now, as we're heading into eclipses and the Lionsgate. Embrace this. Embrace it. Open yourself up to it and see where it takes you. Instead of falling into behaviors that you're used to, behaviors that you always have. Open up to the new. Open up to what you can be. Okay, let's do a little light language. じゃあ、だけはそこにつけたら、スタートのもうすでにじゃあ、はいすけて、ディンボーイ、はい、こねけすけてに。agad asikis mo ois. Siya es kita asikat wat eta ka alikan es ko alo sumisika a. Huisi kita isit hani so seta nyak a shike andro a adimo edere. Siya kala ahome so na ha. Za ikado sumisika te dice con me. Siya maka ayi wi hala hani. Asko aya. Yalam tiri an ja aniketa animisketa vo de bisika da an hoshikahamo hoshikata peteka shiketa da de kom shen hashiketa asim oimbing shumiketa ibika wom poshite honaka shiketa loshkimeko o home. See your potential. Know that you may not even see. How do you put this? Know the potential's there, but be open. Don't trap yourself into, I have to have this potential or that potential. Be open. Let your soul see it. Let your soul recognize it. Follow the breadcrumbs. Follow the signs that are there. And let yourself be what you want to be. Let yourself become who you can become. And go out there and be the love in the world. Okay, I will see you in the next moon energies at the full moon, which I believe is full moon lunar eclipse. This current new moon is new moon solar eclipse. There's so much going on. Everyone have a wonderful, wonderful new moon. Go out there and be the love.